What's up, CrossFit Instinct fam? Coach Molly here. I wanted to do a hopefully educational video for you. I know we've been in quarantine. A lot of you maybe haven't been able to work out the way that you ideally would like to. Maybe you feel like you're a little flatter than usual, missing some of your muscle tone, or maybe just in general, you would like to put on some more muscle. So that's what I am here to address today. What is hypertrophy training? Hypertrophy training is training specifically to put on muscle size. It's not the same as strength training. You will see some strength gains from it, but it's a lot different than specifically training to get stronger. It is functional. It will help you improve your training. It's also going to help improve imbalances that you might have in some of your lifts or movements that we typically do in CrossFit. Also, who doesn't want to look a little more buff? So how do we do this? How do we put on muscle size? How do we get bigger biceps, bigger quads? Maybe you want that booty, whatever it might be. How do you do that? Well, the first thing to know is that you need to chase a pump. A pump is when you feel like your muscles are burning. You feel the heat, you feel the blood. It feels actually like your muscles are literally pumped up. That's what you're chasing. When you feel that, you're actually having some things go on behind the scenes that are helping to build more muscle size. Now, you will feel this a lot of times in the CrossFit workouts we do, and that's why all of you guys have put on muscle since you started CrossFit. If you want to continue to do that or specifically focus on one area, you can do that. And it's actually very simple. You just have to commit to doing it. How do we go about this? First thing that you need to know, you need to get some good volume. So say I want bigger biceps, I want to have some good guns. Rep-wise, what you need to shoot for is a minimum of 40 to 60 reps working on solely that muscle group that you're wanting to train. That doesn't mean you're doing 60 reps in a row, but it could. What you're looking for is to get multiple sets in, accumulating that 40 to 60 rep range. Some people take it even on the higher end of that. This is just the minimum. Between your sets, you want short rest. You don't want to do a set, build up a pump, and then go walk around for 5 minutes and lose that. The idea is to flood that muscle with a lot of blood, a lot of oxygen to help plump up those muscles. We also want to look for good time under tension. So what does that mean? That means that each set that you do should take you around 20 to 30 seconds to complete. Again, that's on the low end, the 20 seconds. So how do you do this? Big enough sets. You need to make sure you're doing enough reps to where you're under tension for that long. Another way to get the time under tension up is to work on tempo. We've done this a lot in our training already, so this is nothing new to you. For example, if I'm working on some bicep curls, I'm going to take 3 or 4 seconds to get down to the bottom and continue to do so throughout my entire set so that my 6, 8, 10 reps is taking me 25, 30, 35 seconds to complete. Rest just long enough to shake it out, 30 seconds, a minute, and then get back on it and continue chasing that pump and that almost swollen feeling in the muscle that you're wanting to train. How often should you do this? Probably 2 to 3 times a week to really see some good results. More than that, you're not going to have enough time to recover, assuming that you're doing other workouts in addition to this. If we're on the lower end of that, 1 time a week, doing it every other week, it's just not going to be enough to really stimulate good growth of the muscle tissue. How long should you do this and commit to this? At least 4 to 6 weeks. Generally with any type of training, that's the minimum amount of time it takes to really see changes. So commit to 2 to 3 times a week for 4 to 6 weeks on whatever body part you're looking to get some size or strength gains on. And then the other piece that goes to this, which honestly for most people is the hardest piece, is for 1, to stay patient, 2, make sure you're recovering enough. And what does that involve? That involves sleeping. You need to sleep. Sleep is when your cells regenerate and grow and build, so you need to rest, you need to sleep. That has to be a priority. Also, nutrition. If you're wanting to put on muscle, it's gonna be hard to put on a lot of muscle if you're constantly under-eating, not getting enough calories, not getting enough nutrients. Your body's not gonna be able to grow. That doesn't mean you need to eat waffles and pancakes and Reese's Pieces to get in that extra food. It just means that you're getting the right amount of macronutrients, your protein, your carbohydrates, your fats. You don't want to be on a major cutting diet trying to gain muscle. It just doesn't work that way. If you eat a maintenance diet, you can definitely put on muscle. It's going to take a little bit longer to do so, but it can work. Those of you guys who really want to see some massive gains, what I would recommend doing is maybe meeting with someone who's a nutrition specialist and trying to get figured out how much you need to eat to be in a surplus. That's when you're going to really see great results from this type of training. I hope that helps you guys and gives you some inspiration, motivation, information to take your body and your training where you want to go. Let me know if you guys have other questions, ideas, things that you'd like to see videos about. The more that you know as a client, as a member, as an athlete, the better you can become. And that's our whole goal as coaches here at CrossFit Instinct, is to help educate and inform you guys so that you yourself can make great decisions and get to your health and fitness goals. Thanks for tuning in.